Netcasts you love.
From people you trust.
This is Twit.
Bandwidth for iPad today is provided by CashFly at CACHEFLY.com.
Coming up, 'tis the season to spend all your money buying things for your friends and your family.
Plus, the best iPad artwork ever, it might be. Wait till you see this. The worst accessory of the year. Ooh. And a little later on, our clans will clash.
All that and go elf yourself, will you?
Hey!
You heard me on iPad today.
iPad Today is brought to you by Slingbox. Buy a Slingbox and turn your mobile device into a television. With Slingbox, you can watch high-def TV on your smartphone, laptop, or tablet anywhere there's an internet connection. Learn more at slingbox.com/twit. And by 99 Designs, the world's largest graphic design marketplace. 99 Designs connects businesses seeking quality, affordable designs with a community of more than 225,000 graphic designers. Visit 99designs.com/iPad today to receive a free Power Pack upgrade valued at $99. And by Hulu Plus. Hulu Plus lets you binge on thousands of hit TV shows anytime, anywhere, on your TV, PC, smartphone, or tablet. Visit huluplus.com/iPad today to start your free 2-week trial. That's huluplus.com/iPad today. Oh, hey, I love iPad today.
Me too.
You're just dancing. You know, I'm going to do a little.
That's how much I love it.
You've knocked your microphone sideways. You were so excited.
Oh, well.
I'm going to do a little contest for our viewers today.
You are?
I am.
What does that mean?
Sarah and I have something in common. It has to do with our wardrobe.
True.
What is the one unifying factor between what Sarah's wearing and I'm wearing? And you have an hour to decide, because at the end of the show we'll reveal it.
We will tell you what it is that Leo and I share. Something very specific.
Yes.
If you are a loyal friend of our programs,
you will know.
You will know.
Yeah.
And that's how you know if you're loyal enough.
This is the show where we talk about the iPad incessantly, obsessively, without relentlessly, without respite.
No.
And
without
that's good
shame.
if you like the iPad. No shame.
No shame at all in this game. You know, it's funny, Leo, a couple people before the show were like, hey, wait a second.
Yeah?
That's not an iPad Air that Sarah has at all.
Wow,
that's
what is wrong with that?
That's a 3rd gen iPad.
It looks so big.
It's big and clunky. You know, the thing is that it's really not that much clunkier than the Air. It's slightly thicker.
In fact, I'm surprised people could tell the difference. This is an Air.
Oh, they can tell the difference right away. Well, it's because of the bezel. They can tell because of the bezel.
And you don't have the gray.
That too.
Yeah.
But no, I left my iPad at home on a Thursday, which of course is the day that we tape iPad Today.
Oh.
Record it, rather. We don't
well,
really
it's
use
in the
tape
chat
anymore.
room.
For the first time ever.
It's in the chat room.
I've never done that before.
So that's okay.
Yes.
It's not lonely. It's
Sarah's
visiting.
iPad is in the chat room saying things like, "You forgot me. I can't walk to the studio." I feel really bad.
So one of the things, today we're going to talk about things you can buy for the holidays for your friends, iPad-owning friends.
Correct.
And one of the things, maybe iPad legs.
Yeah, that run quickly.
To catch up. Sarah, don't leave me, don't leave me.
Yeah, well, you know, the whole, drone, it could be like, I would like to just be able to say, drone, please go get my iPad. It's upstairs on the nightstand. And then the drone would be like, meh, and then it would, but then it'd have to get in the window.
An iPad drone, wouldn't that be cool? I'll show you what I'm buying. Okay, nobody's looking. I'll show you what I'm buying as a Christmas gift for the iPad-owning person in my life.
Okay.
It's from Pad and Quill. Have you ever seen their cases?
Never once.
Oh, these are beautiful, beautiful cases of all kinds. But I'm going to get her. These are basically Moleskine-looking iPad Air cases. They make it look like a book. It's very much like the bamboo case and others that we've seen before. I'm going to get it monogrammed like that. These are expensive, but what's nice is you can also change the exterior and the interior, so you can make it different colors. You can add personalization. Andy Nako told me about these on Mac Break Weekly, and there's just a lovely range. I like cases that do two things. One, they hide the fact that there's an iPad. So this really looks like a book under your arm, and that's kind of nice. So let's. I'll show you what I picked for her. She likes. So I got the red linen outside, and you could change the elastic. So you could. This is totally customizable.
Oh, cool.
So with a darker red elastic, Moleskine style or Moleskine, depending on how you like to pronounce that. Moleskin, whatever. Different. And the spine cover can be different. Now this has a wood. Oh, she's looking. Oh,
hey!
Don't look.
Come on. We're talking publicly on the internet about your gift. Stop paying attention.
It's got a wooden holder, so it protects it. So that's two. So one is it doesn't look like an iPad to defeat thieves. Two, it's solid and it protects it. So if you dropped this, it would not hurt anything.
I can't believe you can even choose your elastic color.
Isn't that great? I love the
I've never
customization.
before.
And you can have monogramming in gold, silver, or black. And then, so this is the one that what it looks like, the one I put together. It's not necessarily the one I'm going to get. I don't want to give away what I'm getting. And now these are not cheap. It's 99 bucks, or I'm sorry, 90 bucks. They are handmade. This is the Author series, which really lets you completely customize this. They do iPhone cases and MacBook cases as well, Kindle cases.
Pad and Quill.
Pad and Quill. Really nice stuff, handmade. I think it's in Oregon. It's just, I'm sorry, St. Paul, Minnesota, pardon me.
Another
it's
place
in
where
the
they
Twin
hand
Cities.
make cool things.
It's an artisanal city.
Yeah.
Magnetic on-off feature, so it works to wake and sleep your iPad, and it has a stand. And that's the third thing. Those are the three things I look for in a good iPad case. Protecting, hiding the fact that you've got an iPad and it has a stand so you can, and you know, because I like to sit and play with my iPad at breakfast and stuff like that.
I love it. Pad and Quill. Padandquill.com.
Yeah.
You know, another, this is actually not an app. This is
no moles will die, by the way.
I'm
That's
glad.
important.
They're not going to be skinned for some $90 iPad stand that has monograms and yellow elastic.
That's right.
Another really good gift guide. This actually came out earlier this week from the Wirecutter. Are you familiar with the Wirecutter?
Love Wirecutter.
Love them.
That's
Brian Lamb. Yeah, and team. He used to work at Gizmodo for years and years, and has moved into. What's interesting about the Wirecutter, and this isn't an app, this is actually just the wirecutter.com, I looked it up on Safari, is that they do reviews of gadgets. They also have a home outfit called the Sweet Home that is a little bit more about products for your home that aren't necessarily like tech or electronics. But they've put together an exhaustive gift-giving guide for this year. So this is sort of like, hey, if you are looking for some sort of like a zany gift or whatever, well, this is not really the place to go. This is the place where you say, okay, my loved one definitely needs and deserves a new TV. They have really good categories where they say, okay, here's the best one. This is just the best TV. We've looked at them all.
That's what I like about it. They don't give you 5 TVs.
No.
They say this is the one.
They'll say it's yeah, and for electronics, it normally gets broken down to if you want a standing desk or if you want a coffee maker or whatever. It's like, here's the best one. You know, sky's the limit. And you might be like, well, I don't always want the best one. I want the best one for my money. So they'll break it down into like the best TV versus the best small TV, or here's just sort of the best overall mid-range. So there you go. There are your choices. You've got headphones. That's great. I've been traveling a bit lately, and I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm really, really jealous of everyone else's noise-canceling headphones.
I have to say that every time I go to Wirecutter, I'm ready to say, no, they're wrong. And they always do pick what I consider to be the best, or certainly a strong candidate for the best in any of those categories.
And they kind of, they blow me away with how many categories they do
I know,
cover.
it's amazing.
The other day, I got this like idea that I wanted to like cover my walls with these large format prints of my Instagram photographs. It was a stupid idea, but I was like, ooh, I bet the Wirecutter might have like a photo printer, large format guide, and yeah, of course they did.
No kidding.
Yeah.
How neat.
It goes into storage, cameras, theater audio. Maybe somebody has been very good this year and needs some new speakers, stuff for your car. You know, it goes on and on. This is a really good gift guide. Some of these products you might be already familiar with or you already have, but in many cases, it's probably a category that you're familiar with, but some of the products you just didn't know were the best. So I highly recommend, even if you've already got something in mind, maybe you've seen something at Best Buy or something that looks like a good deal on Amazon, go to the Wirecutter and just see what their reviewers have to say.
Now, I bought this, but it hasn't arrived yet. Another holiday gift. You might have seen this last year. It's called The Slope. It's from a company called, I think it's pronounced Deek or Deeky, D-E-K-K-E. And it's a really great idea for an iPad stand. They got funded a year ago, and they actually started shipping those earlier this year. And people I know who have them love them.
My name is Eric. I'm a Chicago-based designer. And I'd like to show you this stand that I've been working on.
It's a really clever idea, and it's beautiful looking. It actually turns your iPad into something that looks like a Mac Air, an iMac, not a Mac Air, an iMac. So it's got a little suction on the back of it, so it doesn't, you don't have to attach anything. It's called mini suction, and look at that. Wouldn't that be beautiful? So I've heard from people that say this is just, it works very well. I do like the idea, as I said, of having a stand. And I love the idea of having next to my MacBook or my iMac, my Air on a stand. They have two sizes, one for Airs and one for the full-sized MacBooks. It'll also work with pretty much anything, because as long as it has a back that is, you know, smooth, that the suction would work on, it's going to hold it.
Oh, that's
so
so cute.
They show it with an Nexus 7. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So I'd hoped that we would have it by today, and it hasn't come yet. They had a sale a few weeks ago, and I was hoping it would make it. But it's strong enough to actually do that.
And this
wouldn't recommend that.
Tell me the name again, because I want to look it up on Kickstarter.
It's D-E-K-K-E.
D-E-K-K-E.
And the Kickstarter is over. Slope is the name of it.
Oh, okay.
But if you search for D-E-K-K-E and Slope, you'll find the website.
Decky?
I don't know if it's a Deek or Decky. I would say maybe Decky.
Decky.
I don't know. Don't know. So I like it. And I think you should like it too.
I like it. I absolutely like it.
I'm just looking for things that are maybe a little bit different, a little unusual to put under the holiday bush.
Yes, right. Yeah. Yes, holiday bush.
Yep.
Good stuff.
Yep.
So let's say that you're the kind of person who wants to be, maybe you've got a big family, or you just like to be really organized. So-and-so, I want to make sure that I keep all my gifts straight. I've got these ideas for everybody. Or maybe you're making a list for yourself that you would like to share with others so that they know what you would like under your holiday bush. Gifts HD is an app that it's featured in the App Store right now, which is obvious because this is really the only time of year that it really works.
It's the most wonderful time.
It is the most wonderful time of the year for some people who aren't lonely and angry. But so what's interesting about Gifts HD2, that's okay, I'm not talking about myself.
Oh, good.
Where am I? I can add things like events, gift guides, and you know, people that I am keeping track of, you know, for packages that are coming in and out and that sort of thing. So for example, we've got our Twit holiday party tomorrow. I've went ahead and put this on my calendar. You know, maybe you work at a company where a bunch of different departments are going to do their own little parties, and it's sort of the kind of thing that you have to make sure everybody has cookies for, or that sort of, you kind of have to keep track of it. This would be a great place to be able to handle all of that stuff. You might say, well, couldn't I do that in Google Calendar? Yeah, you could, but this is something that's designed to, it's a standalone app, it's totally free, that's designed to be all about holiday-themed events, right? So I go ahead and add an event, I can send that to somebody, I can add people to it, or I can say, okay, well, let's go ahead and, you know, I know Leo's gonna want something really cool, you know, he has everything. So what if I just go ahead and type in iPad as a keyword into my gift list and just kind of see what comes up. What's neat about that is it will search Amazon for stuff that has the keyword iPad in it. So if you kind of know what you're looking for, you can go ahead and say, oh, yeah, you know, I think, what was it that Leo wanted? Oh, I think he wanted, you know, let's talk about, you know, this guy. Okay. And you can go ahead and add that to...
Please do.
Well, wouldn't that be nice? Yeah. You can go ahead and look for stuff this way. So it's a little bit of a track events and get yourself a list going of gifts either that you want or you think other people will want. And then you've got one little central repository for all of that stuff. You know, I don't feel like I either don't have a big enough family or enough friends who give each other gifts. I mean, I have a couple friends who get little things from me, so I'm not sure that Gifts HD2 is, I think it's a little bit overkill for me, but maybe I'm just grinchy and stingy and I don't buy enough things.
You are grinchy and stingy.
Am I grinchy and stingy?
You are grinchy.
I actually am.
And stingy.
Xmas, who needs it? You know?
No, I bet you're a big gift giver type. I'm just thinking you are.
Come on. You know me better than that.
Did you ever find the Instagram printing place, by the way?
The Instagram what?
That you were looking for on Wirecutter? The best place to print your prints?
Oh, no, I wanted to buy my own large format photo printer for my home.
Oh, for your home. Oh, I thought you wanted to like send your Instagrams and get them printed. Because I've got a spot for you that would make a wonderful gift.
Okay.
Imagine your favorite Instagram photos printed on marshmallows. Boomf. B-O-O-M.
No, stop it.
I would not kid you on a thing like this.
Stop this.
12 pounds. Obviously, that's British money. But it includes free shipping. For a box of 9 of your favorite Instagram photos on marshmallows. Imagine, so you give them a box. This is like, instead of giving people candies, give them prints. And includes shipping to North America, too. So that's a good deal. You log on via Instagram.
Dumb question, but what, just food coloring that's safe for us to eat?
Don't ask.
Doesn't matter.
If you have to ask.
That's dumb. Okay,
yeah.
Got it.
Instagram, by the way, is having an event on December 12th in which I think they're going to announce printing. But I don't think that they'll announce printing on marshmallows.
No, I think it's safe to say that Facebook is not going to invest in marshmallow printing.
Scrumptious, squishy, shareable. I'm sure it is food safe.
I don't even care.
Who cares?
I don't care.
But
I don't care
wouldn't
if
that
it's
be
safe.
a great holiday gift if you have somebody that you take a lot of pictures of? Or, I don't know. I mean, it would have to be something in your Instagram stream. But like if I could get access to your Instagram stream and then print like my favorite pictures from your Instagram stream on 12 marshmallows and give them to you in like a little box of candy and maybe a little packet of hot chocolate. Wouldn't that be a great gift?
Why do you think they chose marshmallows specifically? Because they're white and seem
square.
like a... Marshmallows aren't really...
Well, homemade, you know, okay, this is American.
All right.
We get the Jiffy Pop, whatever they're called, marshmallows.
Okay.
Big bag of them. Round cylinders.
Weird.
That's not a real marshmallow.
Okay.
That's a manufactured marshmallow. Have you ever made marshmallows at home?
Of course not.
Well, of course not. But if you did, you would know that really real marshmallows are
Do you make
square.
them like little biscuits?
Yeah.
And you put them in a little marshmallow
Put them in a little marshmallow
pan?
tin.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not living enough. Man, that is one
And
of...
who doesn't love marshmallows with pictures printed on them?
I can't imagine who. And what would be really cool, you could do like, you could kind of get weird with it, and you could go out into the fire pit in the backyard and make s'mores and watch like your friends' faces melt on the marshmallows and then eat them. And it's just kind of gets dark and weird.
Now, I might point this out. They do encourage you, and there's some information on the website, not to do. It's better with light background pictures, not dark background pictures. It prints better on a marshmallow if it's a light.
Don't say.
Yeah. And
Boomf. I gotta give it to you. You have the weirdest gift I've seen all season. Easily. As Chickenhead21 says in the chat room, boomf. There it is. Oh, I love the show already. You know, we were off last week because it was Thanksgiving.
Were we? Because I came in and there was nobody here, and I thought, this is odd.
And then you thought, you know, for some reason, I'd like to go eat a turkey.
Why does
and then
it
you
smell
left.
like turkey in here?
Yeah. We haven't been here in 2 weeks.
It's been a long time.
It feels like... I don't know. I feel like we're just two different people. But we did give you quite a few links, and actually quite a few websites this time, and an app, Gifts HT2. So if you're like, oh, I forget, where do I find that information? Just go to twit.tv/IPT.
I got so many more. I mean...
Do you want to talk about more of them?
Go ahead.
I mean, you could save them for next Thursday.
Yeah. Well, I'm like the Jackery that I have.
What's that?
It's a 10,000 milliamp hour battery. I keep it plugged in all the time, and it's got enough juice to power an iPad. You know, an iPad needs 10 watts. That's a lot.
Yeah.
So it has 2 USB ports. One is a 10. It's actually enough to power an iPad. 2.1 amp which makes it 10 point something watts.
Math is hard.
For charging your iPad. And with 10,000 hours, you can charge an iPad like 2 or 3 times. So whenever I travel, it's not very big. Jackery was not expensive. I think it was the Gizwiz that told me about it.
Oh man, you got to bring that in next week.
I will. I didn't, I didn't find out what we were doing until today. So otherwise I would have brought it in. I use it all the time.
Email went out yesterday. He just
no, I don't read the email, especially if it's from you.
Yeah, well, we've talked about this, and I stupidly forgot that what I need to do is just text you at night when you're.
I got a text from you at night, but it wasn't about this.
Shh. Never mind.
No, the Jackery is from Jackery, Jackery, USA.com. This is a very nice gift for somebody who already has an iPad or anybody who has a smartphone. This is the one I have, the Jackery Fit, and it is really good. They actually have even bigger ones, the Jackery Giant, which has even more juice, 12,000 milliamp hours.
I mean, if you've got enough juice to power an iPad 2 to 3 times.
Isn't that great?
From zero?
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
And look how small it is. It's very handy.
Oh, yeah.
One of the few portable batteries that has enough, and this is important, you will not be able to charge an iPad unless it's got 2.1 amps times 5 volts coming out of the USB port.
Yeah.
And that's not typical of these. So yeah, you could charge your iPhone a few times. You can charge your, it's very nice.
Because once an iPad is fully charged, I mean, you've got some.
You
got
go.
Some
You
fun
got another
to be
10
had.
hours. You're going. You're going.
You're going.
Yeah.
You're on that plane flight to Hong Kong.
I did get your Snapchat last night. Was that? I didn't look at it yet.
You could just
delete that now.
Pretend that I didn't send it. Luckily, I only put it for 3 seconds, so I'll just tell you to open it, and then I'll distract you, and then yeah. Snapchat is the future. I just gotta,
Do you have Snapchat? Do you do it?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
And it's not sexting. I think people think because it's about sex.
I mean,
it's
me
just
and my
like
friends
silly
are not
stuff.
sexy
Here's a
people.
goofy picture.
Yeah.
And that's something you don't want to perhaps keep around.
I'll take a picture of my cat Sam's face up close, and then I'll write like, "Hey, Ayaz," and then I'll send it.
It's just
nobody appreciates it.
It's a way of
but
saying.
I like it.
It's a way of saying this is. I know this is a dumb picture.
Yeah.
It's just a throwaway, but here it's fun.
You know what it is? I'm thinking of you.
Right.
That's all it is.
When I look at this cat, I think of you.
Well, roughly.
Especially when it's
something
got that
like that.
expression.
I have this one friend, he shall remain nameless, who kind of sends kind of duck face videos of himself. Like he'll be like, in the back of a cab, and he'll be like, and he writes like in the back of a cab where it's like, yeah, obvious.
I don't care.
Yeah, whatever.
Don't send me duck faces.
You're like taking this too seriously.
I wish
or
the selfie had never happened.
Oh, come on. Oh, you're gonna love my app cap then.
I don't do selfies. Do you do selfies?
Well, I mean, we all do selfies here and there.
Oh yeah, I've had some selfies.
You've taken a photo of yourself.
I did. Early on, but now that it's a thing, I don't do it anymore.
Well, yeah, because now we're all supposed to be less narcissistic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. A little late for that.
Yeah, it's still late for me. That's for sure.
Hey, quick reminder that after the first of the year, it is now December 5th as we are recording this.
Holy cow.
iPad Today is going to switch to its brand new time.
And it's a better time,
Monday.
I think.
I think so too.
Yeah.
Because it's bright and early in the week. We're going to be shooting immediately after TNT on Mondays at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. And it'll be Leo's first. Well, you work all weekend doing your selfies and giving people tech advice on the Tech Guy. But it'll be your first show of the week. Oh, God. No wonder you don't do that often. That is gonna, God, you're gonna break a mirror. Oh, Leo.
I'm in the back of a cab.
You almost look like some sort of a sea creature. God.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. How come I can't get it right?
Because it thinks that
I'm upside down. I can't figure out where up is.
You need to rotate it rather than rotate your iPad. Good work, my friend.
I broke
shattered
the camera.
The camera.
Broke the camera.
Lens. That is good. Thanks to everybody who submits apps to us each week. Again, twit.tv/IPT is where you can not only just gotta catch up on everything that we've been talking about. Maybe you missed a show. We got the videos in there. Leo and I try to have as good a time as possible.
Yes, we do.
Or pretend to have it anyway. And yeah, it's wonderful. Our app caps are in there every week.
You know what?
You can subscribe as well.
Would be a great holiday gift for the person who has everything is a Slingbox.
Oh, yeah.
If they don't have one.
Because you just buy it once. It's not like you buy it to some, and then they have to deal with their own subscription. or anything.
It's great.
Yeah.
A woman called the radio show and said, "Should I get the 350 or the 500?" And I said, "Well, it depends." The nice thing about the 500, it has an HDMI port, so it's very easy to connect. The idea is you get the Slingbox, you put it in your home theater, and you connect your DVR, your satellite box, your cable box, your DVD, whatever it is you have in there, to it. And it has, so you can do that via HDMI with the 500. It also has Wi-Fi, which means you don't have to have your TV right next to an Ethernet port. But many people do, because their cable and their cable modem are right next to each other, for instance. In which case the 350 is also a good deal. The other thing I like about the 500 is it's got 1080p video. So what this does is it basically puts your home theater on the internet so you can log in and watch it. Password protected, of course. Nobody else is watching your home theater. Boy, all you need is a Sling app on your iPad, your iPhone, Android device. They have Sling apps for everywhere, of course, for your laptop too. And there you're watching. Now, if you've got an iPad, and I'm sure you do if you're watching this show, I think it's so great. It turns the iPad into what it was meant to be, which is a personal television. Even if you're not even leaving the house, you're just going down the hall to stir the soup. You can bring it with you. It's so cool. Built-in Wi-Fi, HDMI connectivity, 4K HD, 1080p. I think the 500 is the one to get. But they also have the 350. You could take a look at that too. Best Buy, Amazon, or check it out at slingbox.com/twit. And that new Sling player for iPad is sweet.
1080p. What's
that.
not to like?
Love that.
It's like you're cloning your home theater.
You are. And because you already paid for the cable or the satellite subscription, there's no additional fees.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It's just your stuff, wherever you are.
You know what else is amazing?
What is it?
Oh, please tell me that you've seen the artist drawing of Morgan Freeman.
You know, it's amazing. And I thought initially that it was a photo.
Yeah.
It's very photorealistic.
Right.
But they have a video of the guy drawing it.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I first saw this on Daring Fireball, John Gruber's website, and it was, it's basically, it's a rendering of a photograph of Morgan Freeman.
Do we have the video? Can you show
we do.
the video? Because I think when you see this, it really brings it home. Now, this, by the way, is taking 200 hours of editing with a finger, although I'm guessing the guy used a stylus, and you'll see with some of the fine detail.
Yeah.
There's 285,000 brush strokes that he probably is doing some of this with his style. Really a very impressive thing. So here we go. Morgan Freeman, Kyle Lambert, we should give him credit.
Kyle Lambert's the artist, and he's obviously a wizard.
Yeah.
And probably knows how to time travel.
And it's an ad for Procreate.
Which is, I mean, that's the, which is funny because Procreate came out with a press release yesterday being like, we vouch for this guy. This really happened.
I think this was done as an ad, but maybe not.
Well, it's good ad.
But watch this, because as he first does it, you know, you can say, oh, he's a good artist.
Right. And of course, this is sped up. It's not as if he's drawing it this quickly.
You're seeing 200 hours worth of work here.
Yeah.
But what you would say at some point, maybe, you know, right about now, is that's great. That's a painting. That's beautiful. It really captures Morgan Freeman. I love it.
Yeah, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
The shadows and the highlights
he keeps
are
going.
You're right.
And he adds wrinkles. I mean, he adds all the, you know, the kind of the things that we would take out if we were going to do a
Morgan Freeman
sentimentalized thing.
He's
but
been
he's
an actor
real.
a long time. Yeah,
There's
all sorts of detail to his face.
So great. Watch. What I love is the beard. The beard, which has a beard has a lot of hair. Each hair individually rendered, and then the guy goes back and does more to it.
Yeah. Well, and some of the stuff, it's like, you're like, oh, he just smoothed out his hair. No, he's actually just going to add more detail in later.
As you know, the first time you see it, and I saw the finished product, I thought, oh, picture, it's a photograph.
It's a photograph.
But to see it come along, you really get the idea. Man, this guy's a very talented
starts to get
artist.
scary, like, the detail.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be allowed.
Yeah. And I would guess that probably 80% of the 200 hours is after the initial painting is done. And now he's making it photorealistic.
Exactly. Yeah, because like you said, a minute ago it was fine.
Yeah, most people would stop and say, I've made a painting.
And everyone would have been like, that's really good.
Yeah, but this.
Now he's just fooling us.
People who do photorealistic art are really crazy. I mean, Burt Monroy, that's what he does, right?
He would be another.
Yeah.
So now when we see, you know, a beautiful person on the cover of a magazine, we don't say photoshopped, we say iPad arted.
Look at this. I mean, he's adding the highlights, the light highlights on the skin It also is a very good ad for Procreate. Now, Procreate is one of, Art Rage is another one. There are a number of good drawing programs. Sarah and I are not artists, so we can't really judge them.
Can't do this, Mr.
But
Freeman.
boy, this seems like this is a pretty good selling piece.
It's almost like it's coming alive.
It's creepy.
It almost is creepy a little bit to me. Where
Isn't that amazing?
He's just gonna reach through the.
Look how the beard really became
detailed.
detailed.
He's gonna hurt me.
I think he is actually.
Yeah, he doesn't seem all that thrilled. You know, Morgan Freeman is just—he's kind of had enough with most of us.
Perhaps you would like to undraw me.
Dang. So anyway, that's the coolest thing I saw in the last 100 years, pretty much. Good
Isn't
work.
that amazing? Yeah. I love that. Yeah.
Please, no one do that to me. No, thank you. Let's keep it.
I just saw the picture of you at your 8th grade graduation. 8th grade graduation,
which we all dressed up like prom queens.
I know. I
for.
thought that was odd.
Yeah.
But you look exactly the same as you do today.
Thank you. You always say that, and that's very nice.
Well, and I even made a joke. Oh, let me see if I can find you in this picture of 8th grade graduating girls. And it's obvious. That's Sarah right there.
It's the short one.
In fact, you were there. Was this yesterday? You look the same.
I was.
It's your friend. It's your kids
no,
who are graduating from 8th grade.
I was 13.
You know,
I know we don't have that photo.
She has a photo in her attic of herself.
Well, I didn't.
That is aging.
That's first grade.
That doesn't look like you.
That's not 8th grade.
Okay, I will vouch for the fact that I could not necessarily know that was you.
That's me. That was my rainbow fizz. Still in it. Okay, so let's move on. So we've got a question from Sue Middleton down in Sydney, Australia. She says, I like to keep my cellular data off and then just turn it on when I need to because I don't want to receive any unexpected bills.
That's a good idea.
She says, though, in the control center, I can quickly access Bluetooth, wireless to toggle them on and off. Why doesn't Apple have an on and off switch for cellular data in the control center as well? Because I have to go through settings. Is there a better way to do this? Well, no.
You're right. There's
airplane
mode, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, then do not disturb and rotation lock. Those are the controls. So there is nowhere to turn off GPS. There is nowhere to turn off cellular data. Many phones that I've used, Android phones, have several steps of turn off cellular data, roaming, turn off syncing, because that can be a separate thing that also uses battery life. No, I guess they feel like most people aren't going to turn off cellular data because unless you're roaming or you have a plan that really dings you after a certain amount of data, most people are just going to say, why would I want to turn it off?
Well, I get what Sue is saying, though, because there are a few things about the control center that kind of bug me, too. For example, you can turn wireless on and off easily, right? So it's like I can say, hey, I'm on one of the Twit networks wireless, Twit's Wi-Fi networks. Okay, I go ahead and turn that off. And then we go over to Verizon, turn it back on. And that's fine, except that we have a variety of Wi-Fi networks here. So it's annoying to me that when I say, okay, turn on Wi-Fi, I don't then get bumped into my list to be able to choose or even have any indication of which one I'm on without going into settings. They should give you more control, yeah. I know that Apple wants to keep Control Center nice, clean, and uncluttered, not having too many crazy buttons, but that's something that actually bothers me regularly because I'm in places where there might be more than one Wi-Fi network that I want to go back and forth between. My home is one of them. So
this is the
that's
kind of
weird.
That, again, on Android, but somebody could do a widget for it or an app for it, because on Android it's very common that you would have access to those low-level functions. But Apple does not give developers access to a low-level function like turning Wi-Fi off or on. So as far as I know, there is no app to do that, right? Unless I'm completely mistaken. I don't think there's any way to do that on the iPhone or the iPad. You just have to go in the settings and do it.
Yeah, which is fine. It's there. But the control center, it's not as handy as I want it to be. It's just not.
Well,
I don't use it that often. Maybe it's just because I forget that I have it at my fingertips. But
well,
it's like
we just leave it on.
I'd rather have the option to turn off cellular data more than a timer. I don't really ever use that. Yeah. That's right over there.
Yeah.
Maybe I just need to get used to it. By the way, I was about to say flashlight, but I realize now that that's only on the iPhone. iPad doesn't have the flashlight toggle.
You can jailbreak, and there are jailbreak apps, but I don't generally recommend.
If I'm camping and I've got to go make sure there's not a bear behind the outhouse.
One other thing.
I'd like a flashlight on my iPad.
One other thing.
What?
If Wi-Fi is enabled,
Yeah.
and you have Wi-Fi where you are, it will always use that over cellular.
Correct.
So, again, another reason why you may think you need to turn off cellular data, but you know, if you're at work, it's never using cellular data. At home, it's not using cellular data. So it's really more if you leave the country or you're traveling around. So again, maybe we could just say, hey, you probably don't need to worry about cellular data. If you're in a Wi-Fi area, it won't use it.
Well, maybe she's talking about, you know, on I-5 this week I talked about how I like the game Dots so much because you don't need any access at all to the internet to play it, and then it'll sync up, you know, and like update your leaderboard when you do have access at, you know, whatever time. So maybe she just wants to sometimes have the iPad that's basically the equivalent of airplane mode, though, and then you've got that. That's a nice little hotkey in your control center.
Yeah.
I don't know, Sue. I mean,
the answer is no. You can't. As far as I know, you can't.
No, you can't.
And,
you can't customize the control center.
Right. The only thing I would offer is maybe you don't need to turn it off all the time.
Right. So, did you see? This isn't really crazy news. That U.S. President Obama has said, yes, I use an iPad,
but
I am not allowed to use an iPhone for security reasons.
Bad men. Who tells the president what he can and can't do?
Who makes the president use a BlackBerry?
Well,
I mean, come on, Prez.
he used to use a BlackBerry. Remember, he became president in 2008. It wasn't so weird to use a BlackBerry in 2008.
It wasn't.
Remember that whole thing where, in fact, what he got was a highly customized secure Windows phone to replace his BlackBerry, because at the time he said, I'm not allowed to use a BlackBerry either. And he had a ultra-secure Windows phone. I don't know why. Does it say what he uses now? Is it a BlackBerry?
He says a BlackBerry.
So it must be a highly secured BlackBerry, because you know that normally BlackBerries route data through the BlackBerry company in Waterloo, Canada.
Right.
And I think if you're the president of the United States, you're probably a little sensitive to the notion that everything you do and say may be going through Waterloo, Canada.
Oh, they're going to be nice about it, though.
You can understand why it's an issue for the president. For instance, you wouldn't want the president texting his daughters, because that if bad guys could get that information, they might know where the daughters are. They might get in. There's lots of reasons that you would want the president of the United States to not be on public networks. The NSA could spy on him. Oh, wait a minute.
Wait, how does that? It's like an infinite.
How did he figure that out? That's whatever phone he's using. That's the phone I want.
Conception.
Yeah, I bet you though the first thing that you do when you stop being president is you make an account on Reddit and you post pictures of yourself naked. I'm just thinking.
What?
That's what I would do.
Well, huh?
Huh?
I don't even. When we started this show in 2010.
2010? We started the show in 2010?
We did 3.5
Was there even an
years
iPad?
ago, yeah. It's part of the...
That's when it came out.
Yeah, we decided to do the show when it came out.
Yep.
And you had the foresight to say, I think this is going to be a pretty big deal. We should have a show about it.
One of these days,
Yeah.
somebody's going to buy one of these things.
Yeah, and then we'll have a show, and it's going to be awesome. But back in those days, I mean, even, I think it was in the first couple of months of us doing the show, there was a photo of President Obama in the Oval Office, and he had what looked like clearly like an iPad in a dodo case.
Yeah.
That was just sort of sitting on his desk, and that was when we were still doing iPads in the wild.
Dick
oh my gosh,
Cheney left that behind.
celebrities using
Yeah.
iPads.
Yeah.
So he's
cool.
had an iPad for a while.
Oh, you got to figure it's an iPad, but an iPad can be made secure. You don't. An iPad would use this. You know, first of all, you get a Wi-Fi only, and then it's only using the secure, highly secure Secret Service Wi-Fi access point. And I don't know.
Do you think the Secret Service down in their Secret Service
it's
rooms
a thing.
are like,
It's a
look
big
at what
thing.
Barack is
For
doing?
instance, every email the president sends or receives is of the public record. So you're not going to send, you know, a sexy email to your wife saying, "Hey, honey."
Oh God, you know, being the president does not sound like
It doesn't sound like fun
at all.
It does not sound like
It's
fun.
like after 4 years, aren't you like, you know what, this is way more of a hassle than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, my hair's
Somebody
turning
else can
white.
win.
I never get a good night's rest. Secret Service is always waking me up
I'm
at 4
very
in the morning.
tired.
I'm tired.
And the public opinion, you guys are never happy.
That Angela Merkel won't stop
She
chatting
thinks
me.
she's so great. We should spy on her.
I think so.
Just read her phone
with her.
texts. All right, so Obama uses an iPad. One
There you
of
go,
us.
right there.
One of us.
Right there.
Hey, speaking of iPads,
Yes.
we got an email from Damon Ferguson, who emails us pretty regularly. Hello, Damon. who has an idea for the worst iPad accessory of the year, found on Amazon.
Not marshmallow photos, huh?
And no, that's
worse than that.
That's a good one. That's a good gift. This is actually, Brian. Do you have our? Yep. Okay.
Didn't we talk about this?
Not really. No.
No, this is new.
We talked about the iPad stand that also holds toilet paper.
I must have dreamt this.
This is actually a
toddler's potty
training toddler
with an iPad stand
thing
and a little daisy.
Right. Now, my first reaction is, oh God, I'm so horrified.
No, but you got to understand that a great many toddlers actually do sit on the potties with their iPads.
And you want them to sit there, right?
Yeah, give them something to
do.
And
you maybe want them to sit there for a while until the business happens.
Yeah.
So.
Does it come with a potty training app?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think
it does. Look, it's Elmo.
Potty time.
Potty time.
Oh, this is actually pretty cute.
Put it in here.
And besides the fact that
you don't need it anymore.
Poop involved. I guess it's actually a pretty good idea. I mean, you want your kid to learn, right?
What you don't want your kid is to expect the Cookie Monster to pop out of the can.
Oh my God.
Cookie.
Look at that. The older kid's like, get off the potty.
Give me the iPad. Give me the iPad. Give me the iPad.
iPotty.
It's only $35.
That actually seems quite low.
iPad not included.
For a potty.
Well, it doesn't flush or anything.
I understand what it is.
It's got no plumbing involved.
I know what it is.
Just a piece of plastic.
I just feel like they could get a little bit more. $35. Wonderful gift. Damon, au contraire, it's the best accessory of the year if you have a toddler, I guess.
Makes me want to go.
There's also, we never really do, did you see this week on Jeopardy, the word GIF was pronounced as GIF?
Well,
which leads people to say, well, that's the end-all, be-all.
If Alex Trebek says GIF, then I'm going to say GIF.
Because Alex Trebek knows everything.
He is the smartest man in the world.
He's been doing that show for 97 years. I mean...
You always feel like he's kind of pretending he knew the answer. Oh, I'm sorry. It's what is fescalegabegating?
Or he'll go, I'm sorry, Donna. Fescalegabegaling, of course, is the right answer.
Yes.
And you're like, Alex,
Alex knows
come
everything.
on.
But I feel
you
like
didn't know that.
He's making it up. He pretends he knows.
He's good at it, though.
He's supposed to be doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
So he said GIF.
Yeah, it was GIF.
Okay.
However, that doesn't really have any bearing on what I was about to talk about, but I was about to say the word. I still say GIF because that's the correct thing to do as a human.
I'm feeling like I'm going to say GIF now.
Well, I think you're a
him,
choosy mom, and you can choose GIF if you want.
I look up to him so much.
Alex Trebek.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I thought that whether you say GIF or GIF, I thought that
you really hate GIF.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
My
childhood is going to stay intact.
Oh, because it's a peanut butter?
It's not. It's GIF. That's what it is.
Your childhood?
Yes.
You mean like this is a childhood memory?
Well, since GIFs were
invented?
The internet. I was childish. Stop that. See that?
If you spell it with a J, it's definitely GIF.
Sure. I'm not going to argue with that.
If you spell it with a G, English is no help.
Whether or not you say GIF or GIF, I found a, well, actually, I didn't find it. It was actually emailed from The Brain. I don't know what your actual name is.
He watches Jeopardy every night.
It's a cute GIF of Tom Hanks and his iPad. And look, he's like, oh, whoa,
he fits it.
Hey.
I like how straight-faced he is.
It's just, it's Tom Hanks. I'm into that.
And Emma Thompson's going,
and Emma Thompson's like, I'm so thirsty.
I wish I had an iPad.
I'm so thirsty. I watched it for a while earlier. It's strangely
it just keeps going.
Very calming.
He has an infinite
to see Tom
number.
Hanks say, watch my iPad disappear. It's probably an iPad Air. It's nice and light. Goes right into the jacket.
It looked like one, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Wonder what Tom Hanks says, GIF or GIF.
I think Tom Hanks probably knows what's up.
I'm going to call him.
Give him a call, will you? Mm-hmm. I'd like to see him and his iPad.
How much would you give me?
Not invited.
If next show I had a recording of Tom Hanks saying how he pronounces GIF, how much would you give me? How much?
I don't really have any money.
If he says GIF,
would you,
how much would you give me?
I mean, do you want like what do you want from me? I don't have much. I have some like shoes in my trunk.
Take your shoes.
Would you like those?
Yes. How much RAM is in your shoes?
How much RAM?
Yeah. It's got to have 8 gigs or I'm not taking them.
Oh, I think they're 16.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm not just going to buy shoes without storage. That would be weird.
That'd be crazy.
Hey, you know what would also be crazy?
What?
Not knowing more about 99 Designs.
I love 99 Designs. In fact, that's where we got our great T-shirt, our Twit T-shirt. 99. So here's how it works. You create a design contest, and 99 Designs has, at last count, more than 250,000, actually 266,463 designers who are literally just kind of waiting there for you to create a contest. And then they'll look at the challenge, and they'll chime in with a design. You can go back and forth till you find the designer that's right for you. And you say, you're hired, and boom, there it is. Here's a app design for an iPhone app. 6 entries, 5 designers, a total of $595. And look how gorgeous that beer app is. Beer 30. So many people have used 99 Designs for their design needs, whether it's a new logo, a mobile app, a business card, a T-shirt, menus, PowerPoint presentations. We live in a world where everything needs to be good looking. And frankly, not all of us have that talent.
Nope, I certainly don't.
I can draw all day in Procreate. It's not going to look like Morgan Freeman.
Nope.
But 99 Designs has designers who can. Check out these amazing apps designed at 99 Designs. These is amazing stuff. And the prices are very affordable. Mobile app design starts at $499. You can start your next graphic design project as low as $199 at 99 Designs. And we're going to make this even more appealing with a $99 power pack of savings absolutely free when you go to 99designs.com/iPad today. 99designs.com/iPad today. You'll get that $99 power pack of savings. Power pack gives you more designer time and attention. They'll bold, highlight, and feature your design project in the 99 Designs marketplace, and you'll get nearly twice as many designs. 99designs.com/iPad today. Give it a try right now and make the world a little bit more beautiful. I wish I had design talent.
Me too.
It makes me sad.
Somebody said, like, there was somebody asked on Twitter or something, like, hey, if you had all the money in the world, what would you do? And I mean, well, there are all sorts of things, but one of the things I'd be like, I'd go back to school for something like design.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I'm
eye.
incapable.
No, you've got an eye.
I don't have, like, nobody taught me how to, I don't know, go from point A to something nice.
If you had a choice between being able to draw or play an instrument, which would you rather?
Draw.
I'd rather play an instrument.
Really?
So you draw and I'll play the guitar.
Okay. We'd be a traveling band. Excellent.
Sarah and Legan.
We what?
Legan.
Legan.
I'm going to change my name.
Oh, like Tegan and Sarah.
Yeah.
Right. I see what you did there. Sue, we got an email. We got an email from
Sarah's going to draw a picture for you now.
La, la, la,
a Morgan
la.
Freeman picture, and she'll show you how.
La. Okay, so we got an email from Sal Pena, who says, hey, Sarah and Leo, longtime listener. You should try to view us sometime, unless you're driving. I was wondering if you talked about Google Now's update to the iOS platform, where it works just like it does on Android. It tells you when to leave, gives you all that, to, like, leave the house to make an appointment, gives you all the updates, notifications, just like it does on Android. In fact, I think the Google apps are better on iOS.
With one little exception.
Okay.
You have to launch the Google search app to get Google Now.
Right.
And so it's one extra step, but that's not bad. And then when you do get it, it's great.
Yeah.
And I love Google Now. I use it all the time.
I do too.
Yeah.
It's actually, it's really sort of a joy, the voice recognition. Okay.
Now let me ask you this, because I use it on Android. Did you get the voice recognition on iPad?
Yeah.
So it uses that instead of Siri?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Again, you do have to be within the app, but once you can tell Siri to launch Google search. That's one extra step, but you can say launch Google search.
Okay, so you press to say launch Google search.
And then you say.
And then when you're talking, it's a different Siri because it sounds the same, but it's different.
It's different. It's kind of better. It's just snappy.
A little confusing.
It's just snappy. See, I don't have my own iPad here. It's annoying. I don't have Google Search on this. Do you have Google Search on yours?
I'm installing it because it's funny. I don't have it on here because I use an Android phone, so I do have Google Now at my fingertips at all times.
Yeah.
But let me. It's just finishing the install right now.
Oh, good.
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
And I'll show you how it works.
He even says, does that make the iPhone the best Google phone? You would say,
no.
Not necessarily.
No, but the iPhone is a good Google phone, and I think that I do recommend, frankly, that people who use iPhones or iPads have a Google account for contacts, for calendar, and use that because I think it's great to have that set up, and the iPhone interacts with it very well.
Yeah.
You can use iCloud. I feel like iCloud isn't quite as good as the Google choices. So the first time you launch your Google Search app, you'll get presented with this explanation of what Google Now is, and you'll have to go through this. This is the thing that he was talking about. Oh, you can hardly see that. Let me turn down the brightness. This is something, by the way, that is nice and easy in the control center.
That's
on
true.
iOS 7. So now, obviously, I'm not going to Google, but it knows where home is. It knows where work is. If you use Gmail, it will see, and this makes some people nervous, but it will see airline confirmation. So it will add this to your Google Now cards as well. So I'm going to say, yes, I'm in. Of course, it's going to use my Google account, which is already set up. That's the nice thing. And so, see, to me, I never launched the Google Search app because it just seems like, why? But for this reason, Google Now. And here's the cards. So I'm going to swipe the card away that I don't need anymore. There we go. Swipe this card away. So I know what's the next thing I'm going to do. So my calendar's on. Come on. Okay, so I'll tell you right now, it's not quite as easy. Here's all the people who are Joanna Stern's birthday. Happy birthday,
Happy
Joanna.
birthday, Joanna Stern.
Yeah. Zach Arias' birthday. Happy birthday, Zach.
Happy birthday, Zach.
So, stocks, weather. We saw the sad news that Nelson Mandela passed away today. There's the New York Times story. So you can see how useful this is. And if you show more cards, it'll also know what here's the stuff we were talking about, which is how long the commute is going to be. 6 minutes to home. I often drive to Sonoma Academy. I'm on the board of trustees there. It's 25 minutes, and that's based on traffic, and I can then go and get directions as well. If I do a reminder, it will put the reminder in here. So this is a very nice thing. I don't know if it's better on iPad or iPhone, but it's there, and I guess that's the main point, right?
Yeah, but you haven't even tried any of the voice stuff yet.
So how do I do that?
You say, okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Hey.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google.
Okay, Google. Maybe I have to turn something on.
Oh, maybe.
Settings.
Settings.
Google Now is on. My stuff, notifications. Let's turn that on. Yes, go ahead. Send me notifications.
Ugh, I hate notifications.
I know. In fact, on the iPad that I use on the show, I don't want it on because.
Oh, you know what? Somebody in Scooter X notes that because we have a plug-in for our audio.
Let's take the audio plug out.
That's why.
Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. See,
Well, you're being weird.
No, I'm not being weird. I'm being completely normal. It's being weird. Okay, Google. I don't. So but that would normally work?
Yeah. Yeah, it should. I don't know why it doesn't.
Maybe it works on an iPhone but not an iPad?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Huh.
Did you go back just to the search one?
That's Siri.
That's Siri.
You can help me by telling me how I can get Google Now to work. Oh, look, it's not hearing me either.
Yeah, so what's going on?
What's going on? My microphone must be somehow disabled.
What?
Is that possible?
We've got a mic disabling issue.
Can you disable your mic?
I can't imagine that that's some... What?
What? All right.
You know what?
What?
When you first do launch Google Search, I know it will ask for access to the microphone.
Maybe it didn't ask me. So
That's
maybe
weird, though.
Should have asked me.
Yeah, it should have. So I guess you go in...
Where would you look for...
Good question.
I don't even... Wow.
I think you might have to go in
Maybe go into the
app,
Google Now settings?
Yeah, well, it's search. It's Google. I think it's just called Google. You turned on notifications, so it should be in the notification center. Think about what you're doing. Don't get confused.
I give up.
Personal confuser.
I get up.
Okay, well, anyway, it does work well, I'm telling you.
I had the same problem with Windows 8. give up. I shouldn't be a tech guy. I'm thinking maybe I could go around the country playing my guitar with somebody who likes to draw.
I'm not going to do this show with somebody else. I hate everybody. You better stay.
You hate everybody?
Pretty much.
Me too.
Ugh, they're the worst.
We should be a clan.
We should be. Hey, so we got a duh tip from Rosemary. Oh, do you have Pinterest on your iPad?
Just keep talking. I'll download.
Oh my gosh.
Right
All right,
now.
so this is Rosemary's
Of course
duh
I don't
tip.
have Pinterest. Do I look like a girl?
Oh my gosh, that's very non-inclusive.
Pinterest is for girls.
Pinterest is for people.
People with
Pinterest is made of people.
long hair.
Yeah, you long hair and short hair as well. No, Pinterest is awesome. Anyway, this is Rosemary's duh tip. So if anyone has Pinterest, go ahead and fire it up and play along. She says, don't you just hate it when you're browsing the internet and you find somebody's profile or a board on Pinterest you want to follow, but you're not signed in? Just copy the URL, open the Pinterest app, click the menu button in the top left, go to browse the web, paste the URL, and you'll be directed to the right page in the app without having to search and hunt. And
Oh, hunt. I heard the word hunt. I didn't hear anything you said up to the word hunt, but I like hunting and fishing. Did you? So everything else was
Thank you, Rosemary.
Hunt.
I do find that useful as well. So one of us
Yeah, because you're a
cares
girl.
about you.
Pinterest is for girls.
You know, gender roles are very 20th century, so I feel like you should just kind of get on the modern train. All right, I don't even know what that was.
I have a Pinterest.
That was weird.
You know what? I have a Pinterest account.
Of course you do. Everybody does.
Yeah, I share stuff there all the time.
Sometimes I look for usernames of people I know.
I like to share pictures
And it's
of
like
hot
every
guys.
guy I know has a Pinterest account, and usually they're like collecting pictures of motorcycles. But hey, you can do that on Pinterest. That's perfectly fine. We got a little duh tip reminder. No, you're gonna roll your eyes and say everybody knows this, but not everybody knows everything. So Dawn emailed and said, iPad Air recently locked up in sleep mode. I was confused. I couldn't get to anything. None of the normal wake stuff was working.
Wakey, wakey.
Home or on and off or whatever. Says I plugged it into power, same negative result. But then I forgot from my iPhone 2 days when the same thing happened that if you hold down the home and the on and off button for a few seconds, it does force a hard
reset.
reboot.
Yeah.
Yeah, reset.
Yeah.
Which is not anything you should worry about. I mean, it's not going to like erase any of your data or that sort of thing. I guess if you were in the middle of maybe writing something in notes, you could possibly lose some of that, but in general, it just kind of kicks your iPad back into gear. If that ever happens to you, hopefully it doesn't. You know, I do find that the restarting is happening to me somewhat frequently.
Yeah, I hate
with
that.
iOS
It's iOS 7, yeah. By the way,
like
I'm
a half
restarting
restart.
intentionally now. You know what it is? Springboard crashing. So it looks like it's a restart. It's not. It's like when the Finder crashes on a Mac or the Explorer crashes on Windows. It's the user interface restarting. And so it looks like you've kind of shut down and restarted again. But in fact, the computer did not reboot, just the Springboard. That's what the Finder is called on the iPad and iPhone.
Well,
I see that happening a lot more with iOS 7. I'm sure they'll fix it.
yeah, it drives me insane. And
So I am rebooting just to see if I can get my mic working.
oh, okay.
It never asked for permissions, and when I went to settings, privacy, microphone, I noticed while Maps had permissions for me to talk, and you could
Google
disable that.
search did not?
Search did not show up there. So I'm thinking it was supposed to ask me
Yeah.
and forgot to.
And forgot to.
So-
Or did you somehow like go past the dialogue box too quickly?
You were watching. Did I?
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either.
I didn't see it.
Let's
Unless
try
it-
again here.
Unless it was
Google search is launching. Oh, you know what? Maybe I have to press the voice button.
No, no, no. The whole idea is that you don't have to do that.
Now,
Oh!
see, so
It was
here's
just
what
the
I
first
think.
time.
I think the first time you have to press the voice button. And now if I exit out of this, I can say, okay, Google. Hi, how are you? I missed you. I didn't know what was going on. This is one of the things I really like about Google as opposed to Siri. Siri, you keep talking, but you don't see the results of the talking until you say done, and then it will go out and go to the server and figure it all out. With Google, it actually types as you are talking, which is pretty cool. And as you can see, it's doing a pretty good job
Besides
of figuring out.
posterior, it's all perfect. Let's search for
what
that.
I really like.
And we got some results.
And you know what the answer it found? Symptoms of a stroke. And I think that's actually the right answer.
Oh boy. Good times.
We're hearing word salad. I think you're having a stroke.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, Google search, it's extremely fun.
So that was a tip we just did in real life.
What?
Which is, if you do install Google search, the first time you have to press the microphone to get it to ask for permissions, and from then on it will have permission, and it will respond when you say, okay, Google.
Yes.
I said, when I say, okay, Google.
Yes.
Okay, Google.
Isn't it great? I just love it. It's like, okay, the pond of information. Oh, look, it's even
It's even understanding you.
The pot. All right, that's enough. Fun with voice. Fun with voice.
It pulled up, your government is lying to you again about marijuana when you said that. Should we do an ad for something even more amazing than Google Now?
Yes.
Is there such a thing?
Yes.
I think if you go to my video section
Google
here,
Now only does so much for me.
I've got some entertainment here. Hulu Plus is my favorite place. You know, I spend a surprisingly large amount of time watching video on my iPad. I don't know why that is. I think it's just so convenient. Now the new Retina, the display is so good, and I've got it with me. And so anytime I'm bored, I'm watching TV, and Hulu Plus is a great thing because it'll keep track of the shows you watch. Like, I love The Mindy Project, and I love The Muppets, so it knows that those are the shows I watch. But it also gives you clips of today's best TV moments. Oh, this is fun. Benedict Cumberbatch reading R. Kelly lyrics. That I've got to see. So,
As I mentioned earlier,
I am never able to watch the late night shows.
Oh,
Kimmel.
no. Yeah, I can't.
Because it's too late. It's too late for me.
Yeah.
So I missed Kimmel last night. But look, here's like the best moment from Kimmel in a clip. It is so great. Now Hulu Plus is normally $7.99 a month, and for that you get, you know, thousands of hit TV shows and movies wherever you are. And by the way, one account is on your iPad, on your computer, on your Apple TV, on your Roku, everywhere, on your Windows box. Here we go. Benedict Cumberbatch with lyrics from R. Kelly.
So freaking soft. I can't wait to turn you on. You got me like la 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 la.
So, by the way, I hope you're noticing the quality is superb.
Oh, yeah.
It's HD quality. I love Hulu Plus, and I know you will too. Watch every episode of shows like Lost or Doctor Who or Community or Star Trek. They've got great Hulu originals, Behind the Mask, the docu-series that takes you inside the world of sports mascots. Lots of ad-free movies, a huge collection. Kids content is ad-free too. I love that. HuluPlus.com/iPad today.
I'll be good to you. Promise. While making love to you. Promise. Go to sleep.
Do you know?
When we wake up, I'm gonna hit that thing again.
Oh my goodness, Benedict! Oh, that's so funny.
Oh, that's worth $7.99 right there, but you get it free for 2 weeks. HuluPlus.com/iPad.
I love Hulu Plus.
Today. It's great.
I do. I watch my TV shows on demand. I take my iPad to the gym.
Hulu Plus turns my frown upside
down. You're no longer grumpy, Kitty.
I'm grumpy on the treadmill at the gym. So grumpy. You never saw anybody so grumpy. I run Family Guy, and I'm laughing. I'm chortling.
You're laughing.
And you know what's great? Family Guy's 22 minutes. I say I'm going to watch one episode of any sitcom is 22 minutes long. I'm going to watch one episode of that. That's how long I'm going to be on the treadmill. It's perfect.
That's what I do.
It's perfect.
I got Mob Wives for an hour. I'm not getting off the treadmill until it's over.
Well, and that's true. If you pick an hour show, that's if you're hardcore.
Then you're hardcore. You know me. I mean, I'm like Iron Lady. Hey, Benedict Cumberbatch, a friend of mine saw him at the hotel she was staying at in New York.
Yeah?
He's a small little man.
No, he's tall.
No, he's not.
Do not say that.
He's small.
Sherlock Holmes. He's tall.
He's a little lock.
No, he's not.
He is. I know. I felt the same way. I was like, how small is small? And she's like, we were in an elevator together. He's pretty small.
I hate it when that happens.
Well, just think of that pretty much for almost all actors. They're just small. They're little people.
6 foot tall.
Not
She's
true.
nuts.
No, that's a lie.
Wait a minute. Let's try it. Let's ask.
She said he was like
let's ask
5'6".
Google. Let's ask Google. Okay, Google. How tall is Benedict Cumberbatch?
Benedict Cumberbatch is 6 feet 0 inches tall.
Google doesn't lie.
Yes, it does.
Google doesn't lie.
Yes, it does.
You think that's a lie? Maybe he was wearing lifts that day. Reverse lifts.
Well, believe me, on dating profiles, because I'm kind of an expert now, All guys are 6 foot. So if someone says 6 foot, you're like, you're 5'9".
You know who's not? Okay, Google. How tall is Martin Freeman?
Martin Freeman is 5 feet 6 inches tall.
Perfect for you.
No. I don't need another me.
Mini-me, you
don't need
complete me.
2 little people. That doesn't work for me. I'm trying to, you know, evolve my people. Come on.
Do you think Siri has a different answer? How tall is Benedict Cumberbatch?
This is the weirdest show in the world. See, Siri sucks sometimes. Why can't Siri just be
She doesn't
fun?
answer that. She just gives you a
Probably
web
did.
search.
I found something for you on the web.
How tall is Benedict Cumberbatch?
Let me check that.
Yeah.
Okay, I found this on the web.
No, I want to know. I almost called her a bad name.
See? Yeah, it's very annoying. It's all the same. It's all just pulling from the same thing.
I found this.
He's not 6 foot. I'm telling you.
So she said he was like
she said he was
appreciably short.
He's a small person.
He doesn't look short. He looks tall and thin.
Well,
he looks like a tree. He's
I don't know.
Sherlock Holmes.
You know, Martin Freeman is.
How tall do you think I am?
I don't know.
Let me ask, because I'm not sure either. Okay, Google. How tall is Leo Laporte? No idea, see? No idea. That information, of all the information that I release and reveal, all the openness that I have never told anyone how tall I am. Ever.
Okay. I mean, you're... I'm
6 foot.
Standing right in front of me.
I'm 6 foot.
Yeah, you're... Totally. Totally. Me too. I'm 6 foot. Hey, okay, so it's time for...
us to wear hats.
Where we make
Yay.
a mockery of ourselves.
Oh,
in
we
the
both
name
have
of
fancy
science.
hats.
Ho, ho, ho.
I'm wearing my church hat.
Feathery Christmas.
Feathery Christmas.
Hello, everyone. I haven't worn this hat in a while.
You look good in it.
You look like Paul Revere is going to deliver some gifts this holiday season.
I look like the gay Paul Revere.
You look great.
The British are coming. I'm so excited.
They're here.
They're here.
And they're excited about
and they look fabulous.
They look so good, girl. Work it. Fierce. This is the part of the show where Leo and I put on hats. We call them app caps that are supposed to represent one app of each of ours that we'd like and we would like to pass along to you.
I saw this in the mirror. I thought it said O-O-O. It says ho, ho, ho.
That's right, yeah. It's telling people to put a little bit more clothing on or, you know, they might be called something.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, we actually weirdly do sort of match each other.
That's why I picked these particular hats.
That's why you are you.
Somebody,
you know
Weird Am I in the
what to
chat room
do.
is saying those hats go together ironically. I think they go together perfectly.
I think that we go together like peanut butter and jelly.
You draw, I'll sing.
We go together like almond butter and...
I once...
Oh, sorry. Is my mic out of control?
It's falling down your shirt.
Microphone
Should we
is
reveal
falling
what we
down
have in
my
common in our wardrobe today?
Oh, shall we? We are pretty much
Before
at the
our
end of
app
the show.
caps, yeah.
I think we should. Would you like to tell the audience?
Sarah's sweater is from the Screensavers.
It's
Did you buy that for yourself or did Wardrobe buy that for you?
No. I didn't have wardrobe on the Screensavers.
You didn't?
They all got fired before
you
I started
started.
doing on-camera stuff.
Ah,
I was working there.
In the first year, I think we
I
had
bought this for
Wardrobe.
myself, but this was something that anybody who watches the Screensavers, let's
Will
call
remember.
it circa 2002,
Yeah.
2003.
Yeah.
I wore this regularly, and I still own it. I still love it, and somebody
still can see through it.
You can still see through it. So there's that.
That's why I
Right.
remember it so very, very well.
But what do you share in common with me? Enough about me.
I just want to point out that I could still wear the same shirt that I wore in 1998 on Call for Help.
Is that how old that shirt is?
Yeah.
Oh my.
And Wardrobe did buy this.
Oh.
You know how I
Well,
know?
Aren't you
It has
so
no
special?
pocket.
Oh.
I would never buy a shirt that doesn't have a pocket.
But you probably don't think about it
Where
until
would where do I put my pocket protector?
you don't do things. That's one of those things where it's like, you don't really want the pocket. You just feel weird without it.
I use the pocket. I keep stuff in there.
You do?
Mints.
Oh. Mint keys.
Keys. You never know.
Snacks.
Small snacks.
A pair of scissors.
Yeah.
Okay, so my app cap, Leo, this is kind of going to bother you, but I think some of the rest of you will get a kick out of it. It is called Elf Dance.
Oh, crap.
No, you think it's going to be the same old jib-jab
Every
crap.
year we jib-jab.
You would think so.
Is this jib-jab?
It's better now, though, because there can be a variety of us dancing together. It's not just me, it's 5 me's.
Oh,
would you like to
Lord.
see my masterpiece?
Yeah, Elf Dance starring you,
I think
Sarah
you
Lane.
would.
You the person.
Go ahead and load that.
So you provided with 5 different
Yeah, I just took some. I took
pictures.
5 selfies earlier today.
Okay, could be you.
I did some of my most sultry looks into the
I like that.
And now you can watch the magic.
Oh, this is actually great. I hate myself for liking this, but I do.
It's like, it makes me feel like, wow, did I really do all that?
Did you put all the energy into like picking the right face for the right expression for the?
No, I didn't know what the
It really
to.
matches up quite well. This is actually great. I hate myself for liking
I
it,
hate
but
myself
I do.
for loving it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Could you put your cat's pictures in
Of
this?
course. And you know, it goes on and on.
I think this is hysterical, and I love it that it's all you.
I mean, I'm doing the Roger Rabbit.
Look at you. Look good. You go, girl.
You go, girl. Hey, those are some sweet suspenders.
You know, what's
girl.
amazing about that, those elves are actual size.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Yay,
6 foot tall.
me.
Now,
So-
can I send that to somebody, or is it just for my iPad?
No, by the way, that's in your email. I sent that to you. I figured you'd want it.
Another reason
Now, if
not to check email.
If you're interested.
Oh, you could take the same heads and do other things.
You can, right. So, like, maybe you'd want a little bit like Grumpy Cat Feliz Navidad. That might be kind of fun. Now, at this point, they say, oh, well, maybe you'd like to...
Send us money? Oh, this is where you pick the people. Now, this is on the web, which is interesting.
Yeah, it's kind of weird, isn't it?
It pulls up the website.
Yeah.
So really, it's more like an interface to the website.
Exactly.
So we should point out, you could do all this on the website.
You could.
Yeah.
However, the video that you guys just saw, I did all of that with
I
the
love
app.
that in the app. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, if you...
Well, why did it pull this up? That's odd.
I think it probably wants money or something.
Probably. So this is free, right?
Yeah, this is totally
Yeah,
free.
so I get it. So you
You
get
say-
the first one's free, kid.
Yeah, so like
Yeah.
if I'm like, you know
Yeah.
what, this...
I want more. I want
that
more.
face was dumb. You can say, okay, let's go ahead and add an elf. Oh, sorry. Sorry, my hat is just... So I can go ahead and take a photo.
Put the
or-
hat at photo. Can I be in it too?
Well, I mean, kind of. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to all be me.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a picture of you. Now let me get a picture of me in there. Okay, wait a minute.
This is so lame. Wait, you don't have to... Okay, all right. Calm down. Let's do... Okay, hold on.
Add me.
Okay, God.
Where am I?
Being very disruptive. Oh God. Okay. Oh God. Okay, so that is.
Oh, you can rotate it.
Well, you want it to be upside down?
Oh, that's good. Who is that guy?
Oh, it's just showing you what to do.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that's not weird. That's awesome. That's really good. But you can also pull
This
from.
is endless fun.
It's endless fun. Seriously, you guys. You can take a photo. You can chase it
Facebook
with a camera roll.
photos?
You can pull from
Oh, that's
Facebook,
neat.
and then of course you've got like.
You know what you
saved
should
elves.
do is take all the different faces from your different ages that you've posted on Facebook, and you could dance with yourself from different eras.
Exactly.
Like have 8th grade Sarah, have 6-year-old Sarah.
Exactly.
Wouldn't that be cool? Go ahead, work on that
Yes.
while I show them
All
my
I want to do is
app.
dance with myself from the ages.
You and Billy Idol.
Yep. That's the only person that will dance
You
with
know
me.
where I got this app cap from? My son Henry,
Really?
who I'm spending huge amounts of money for to go to college.
Yes.
What is he doing in college? He's playing Clash of Clans.
Oh, that's good.
Non-stop. The good news is,
About life and stuff?
well,
In a way.
it may be. I don't know. The good news is the game is free. The bad news is it's freemium. Although, unlike a lot of the games that I've played in my time, including The Simpsons Tapped Out, you can pretty much play this game without buying more gems. Gems are the currency of the game. It's a lot of fun. It is not exactly like The Simpsons Tapped Out. Here's my little village area, and over time, I'm guessing I'm going to be able to build it up. There are 3 different currencies. There's gold, there's this fluid, which they call elixir, and then there's gems. Gems are what you can buy and can transmogrify into other things. You need gems or golds to build stuff. I'm going to upgrade my cannon, for instance, and there's a reason you might want to do that, because you could be attacked. And there's 2 ways you can be attacked. So the idea is to build this up just like any, you know, top-down game like Age of Empires. You're going to build up your village. You're going to add different things. At some point, I guess I'm going to get to rebuild the clan castle. That's a lot of gold, 40,000 gold pieces. So it's going to be a ways down. Then I can join an actual clan, and that's one of the things that's interesting about this. The social element is, I think, more interesting and more fun than, say, Farmville. Once you join a clan, you can defend other people from attack in your clan. You can expect clan support. And there are 2 kinds of attacks. There's single-player attacks, where you're just going to attack the built-in goblin fortresses in the game. And then as you get better and you have a more elaborate place, you can actually attack people online. Let's just do a goblin attack. What do you say? So this is a goblin village, kind of a well-defended goblin village. He's got cannon. He's got walls all the way around it. At some point, I have to place my soldiers. Let's put them right here and here. Let's pick my archers and put them over here. And then we're going to attack. Oh, I guess it's going to be a short attack. We're going to attack his fortress. If I can successfully do so, I can get some elixir and gold. If I don't, then I have to go home with my tail between my legs, having lost all my people. Let's end the battle now. Yeah, defeat. It's so ignominious. This is a fun game. I'm told by many, a very addictive game. Henry and I have been, I'm waiting, because Henry's got a little head start on me, so I don't want to attack his village quite yet, although I could do so, you know. You train troops, you muster the troops at the army camp, and then you go out on attack. As you upgrade, and I'm upgrading my barracks right now, you'll get more kinds of troops that you can send. I have archers and warriors. You mine gold in these little gold mines, which you can, of course, upgrade. Store the gold in your gold storage. Store the elixir in your elixir storage. You've got your town hall, which you can upgrade periodically to get more features. It's very much like Age of Empires, except it's kind of cartoony, fun, and it's free. And I quite enjoy this. It's called Clash of Clans, and it's another little Finnish company. They're so good, these Finns.
I love the Finns.
I think when it snows in Finland, it like lasts for months, and so they've got nothing better to do than to build apps.
They've got it. They've done well.
That'd be my guess. You can attach it to your Facebook. It's nice because it does use Game Center, so if you have multiple devices, it will remember your town and reload it, or you can have separate towns on each device. You can also link devices if you want to play on 2 devices at a time, or transfer your account to a new device. So lots of nice features. For a free game, I think it's quite playable. And as far as I can tell, you don't have to spend money on gems. You just have to be patient.
All right. Well, that's excellent.
Yep.
I love it.
Apparently, when you get a PhD in Finland, you get a top hat and a sword.
Okay.
According to Web 4875 in our chat room.
You're smart. Congratulations.
I got the hat.
Here's the hat.
I got the sword.
You do have a sword.
Yeah.
You have a vuvuzela too.
I
played
okay,
it
I just want you to know. Remember, I want to learn a musical instrument. You want to learn to draw.
Yeah.
I taught Sarah to play the vuvuzela this morning in like
2 seconds.
Boom.
I was like, it doesn't work, and you said you've got to purse your lips.
You got to go.
And so I did, and it was wonderful.
And suddenly
and it
she's
worked.
Pure.
I've never
note.
vuvued before.
You should be a vuvuzeller.
I will. Maybe I will once I conquer painting. Leo, this was a wonderful show as always.
I tip my trumpet to you.
I feather you back. Thanks everybody for watching. We will be back next week on Thursday. We've only got a few more Thursday shows.
Again, we're moving to
Monday AMs. It's afternoon on the East Coast, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on Mondays in just a few weeks. So it's going to be a lot of fun. But of course, if you watch the show on demand, subscribe to it, then you watch it whenever you like. But it's always nice to have those of you who can join us live. Join us live.
Let's say goodbye with a little serenade. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next week
on iPad today. Oh.